everybody, welcome back to Burnt Church. I hope everybody's having a good day. It's a cool morning here. The sun's just now starting to come up. It's been kind of a rainy, dreary day, and it's kind of foggy. The sun, I think, has been up for a little while, but it just looks like it's coming up. We was over here loading up some gravel to take from the field, but I've got a surprise to show you at the shop. Whenever we get back there, I'll show you what it is, maybe talk about what we're going to do with it. But I'll bring you along right now. I made a little bit of video on our trip yesterday to go get this. So I'll bring you along on that. When we get through on that, I ought to be back here at the shop and I can show you what it is that we picked up. I hope you enjoy the video. Seems like every road trip we go on, we run into trains. Which I like seeing them. There ain't no trains much around home. We're hungry though. I wished it would go on. Moving slow. We're going to the Cracker Barrel up here to eat. The train stopped right in the middle of the road, so we had to U-turn and get away from there. Thank God for GPS. We just got done eating at the Cracker Barrel. It was good. Who don't like the Cracker Barrel? If you don't like it, leave me a comment and tell me why. You can kind of see what we've got back here, but I'll show you all of it when we get to the house. We don't like a whole lot getting home. About another hour. It was about an hour and a half down here where we come to get it at. We came down here last weekend and I found this, but we was in our other car and we couldn't haul it in it. So we came back this weekend to pick it up. I'll tell you all about how much it costed and show you what it is and what the plans is for it as soon as we get home. I'm excited. I've been looking for one of these for a long time. This is a big cross. We see this a lot when we come on this trip. We're going to stop here and see what it's all about now. That is one big cross. This is a nice little place. The wife read up on it here, I don't know, it's been a few years ago. I thought it would have something around here that told more about the history of it, but it doesn't. But what I can remember that she read was some guy, I don't know if he sold everything that he owned or what, but he went around the country building these big crosses. And it's to where travelers can pull off the road. It gives you a place to rest and to worship, pray, whatever you want to do. But we've come by it a 1,000 times. We just stopped here today to look at it and just kind of see what it is. It's got this little pavilion here with some rock work back here. If y'all watched some of my videos lately, y'all seen us do some rock work. This cross is tall. I bet it's 100 foot tall. It's way up there. But anyway, that's just a little something fun. I'll show you around the cross right here. There's lots of things, rocks that people have left that's signed. It's got a little place right over here that you can sign in that you visited here and to leave prayer requests for the next traveler that comes through for them to pray for you or whatever. Right out here, some of the rocks and things that people has left. And then this big sign here, it tells any traveler that's lost how to be saved. So I'm glad we stopped. It's worth to stop and look. If there's any more in any other states, I know they're in Tennessee and Mississippi. If y'all know of any more, put it down in the comments. I don't know how far across the country this goes, but we've seen several of them around here. We got to be going 100.
65.
65. Felt more like 100. Well, this is the surprise. I've been looking for one of these for a long time at a decent price. I'll bring you on over here, let you get a closer look at it now. Now, I know it looks pretty bad, but this was built, let's look underneath the bottom. I'm thinking it says 1934, but I'm not positive about that. And what's so special about this one is, let me get the tape measure and I'll show you. It's just about 4 foot long. It's plenty deep. I think it's around 2 foot deep down in there. All the feet look good on it. Right here is the worst spot I saw. The enamel has been chipped around through here. Now the tub isn't broke. It's just the enamel's chipped away right through there. I can either fix that or we can just clean it up and leave it. I've wiped around on it just a little bit right here with a magic eraser, and it's gonna come pretty clean. The price was $125. But whenever I went there to get it, I asked that guy, which I always do, I said, is that the best that you'll do? And he didn't own it, so he called the people that owned it. We bought it at an antique store where they set up a bunch of different booths, and one guy runs the place, but there's all kinds of people that own stuff in there. So he called these people and asked them if $125 is the least they'd take for it. And they came down to $105. Now, I've never seen one this size, the 4 foot long. Most of the ones that I see is 5 foot long, and some of them even longer than that. And they're real nice, don't get me wrong. But we're planning on building a cabin sometime here in the near future. And I think this is probably what's going to be in the bathroom of our cabin. It's just going to be a small, almost like a tiny home, but we're going to use it for a cabin. And I think this will work perfect in there. We can take a bath, shower, whatever we want to in this. There's one thing that I see wrong with this, and my wife laughed at me. When I first seen it, I climbed over in it and sat down and leaned back. Look at this. That's real easy to lean back. She laughed because when I sat down there and leaned back, I went straight backwards. But I think the plumbing will help hold it down. I don't know. I don't understand why they built it like that. But worst comes to worst, I can fix some kind of decorative piece under the front of it here to where it won't be able to tilt back. Has any of y'all ever seen one this size? I can't find out a whole lot about it. It's a standard sanitary manufacturing company. And I did find one spot where they was talking about a 4-foot one, but that's the only time I seen anything on the internet about a 4-foot one. Right here's the writing. I'm gonna turn you down here. It says, made in the United States of America, Standard Sanitary Manufacturing Company, Louisville. And right there's a number 4 and a number 1. And in between there, it says 11/2/34. If I'm not mistaken, that 11/2/34 is the date of when it was manufactured. If any of y'all know anything about it, leave it in the comments. I'd sure like to read a little bit about it. But this is going to be exciting when it comes time to put it in. And we'll probably be refinishing it, or at least cleaning it up here in the near future. But I thank you for watching. I pray God blesses you, and I'll see you in the next one.